Hello everyone, this is Sheila and today we will be talking about how I made this desktop succulent dish garden and how you will see why I had to put a space under this pot and how I created this space. This pot is staying in my sister's office, so this succulent is definitely staying indoors. So you will hear some really important tips on how to take care of succulents in your home or your workplace, and how I have improvised this pot because my sister is no succulent expert. So let's jump in. So first, let me show you a short clip on how I created the miniature items. Watch till the end of this video for the 5 important tips on how to take care of your succulents indoors, plus 2 bonus tips. I'm also giving you a list of succulents that are great indoors. And as always, my message to you is this. When life deals you a bad hand, it's how you play it that will win you the game. There is always a chance to win still. Stop complaining, stay composed, and keep creating. Now that we are starting to add the succulents, here is tip number 1 for taking care of succulents indoors. Watering schedule is even more spaced out. For this pot, even if it has a drainage hole, I'm telling my sister to water it only on her birth date, which is the 29th of every month, and lesser in the winter when it is quite damp everywhere. Since the temperature in offices and homes are quite consistent at 68 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, watering should only be once to twice a month max. And tip number 2 for taking care of succulents indoors in offices and homes is to make sure that succulents are by a window receiving 2 to 4 hours of sun. And if your office or home does not have bright lighting, it is always best to put these under grow lamps or grow lights. I'll link some grow lights in the description box down below if you want to check some grow lights that could clamp onto desks. Grow lights emit ultraviolet rays that your succulents need to process their food. Tip number 3, soak them real good when it is time to water them. A good reading is about 9 to 10 on the moisture meter. I highly recommend this moisture meter because it does help a lot, and I'll link it down below too. Tip number 4, if you are committed to keeping your succulents happy indoors, changing out the soil or repotting it once a year or every 2 years, or adding liquid fertilizer with every other watering keeps them really healthy. You can pick up your own brand and see what works for you. But for me, I personally use Miracle Grow, and my succulents are happy and healthy that way. Tip number 5, it is always best to have drainage holes, especially if you're just starting with succulents, to avoid root rot. You should also drain out water in the catch plate. Let me show you how I have improvised this spot. Since there's no guarantee that my sister will remember to drain the catch plate underneath, I have glued white stones that are about 2 centimeters in diameter to make sure that the soil at the bottom of the pot will not be sitting in water. These stones lifts the bottom of the pot itself from the water that pulls in the catch plate. Without these stones, if she forgets to drain out the water in the catch plate, it will be like not having a drainage hole at all. For the 2 bonus tricks for adding soil between tight spaces, roll up a piece of paper into a funnel and you can easily get into the tight spaces. This is really helpful when you are making some really small succulent dish gardens for homes and offices. You can make the tips small enough or big enough depending on the space that you need to get into. The second bonus tip, using static electricity, a soft brush with nylon bristles attracts bits of soil off the sand, so removing those bits of soil is really easy. The 5 succulents that do well indoors is next after this announcement. Today I'm excited to announce to you that I have launched my Patreon page. So if you are a patron in Patreon, you have access to behind the scenes and a regular day in the life of a YouTube creator. And if you are a YouTube creator yourself, you will have a chance to boost your channel through a shout out. And there is a link in the description down below for your convenience. The 5 succulents that do great indoors are the jade plants, like the Sheila ovata and the golden jade. Most kalanchoes or kalanchoes, like the kalanchoe tomentosa or the panda ear plant. Some echeverias or echeverias, like this topsy-turvy. Haworthias, like this Haworthia attenuata, and the good old dependable aloes, like this aloe vera. These plants are not just great for aesthetics, they filter the air in offices and homes. And again, remember, when life deals you a bad hand, it's how you play it that will win you the game. Thank you, this is Sheila again for Succulent Fame. Remember to subscribe and give it a like.